I was taking this thing out camping, and just 15 kilometers down the highway, I lost my brakes. Brought to you in part by Overland Outfitters. So, a couple weeks ago I took this, my 1989 Toyota pickup, on its first major journey since I did all the fire restoration and the engine swap. And for the most part, it went great. The journey included a 900 kilometer highway jaunt to get to the trails we wanted to hit. We spent a few days down there, hitting the back roads, cruising some trails, and then we did another 900 kilometer journey back with no issue whatsoever. Fast forward just 1 week, I was taking this thing out camping, and just 15 kilometers down the highway, I lost my brakes. And boy am I lucky that didn't happen on our last major adventure with all those highway kilometers. So, what actually happened is I was driving down the highway on my way to camp when I noticed a severe loss in power with, my new 1UZ swap. It shouldn't be down on power. So, I pulled off to the side of the road, got out, and I noticed smoke coming from my front end. And on closer inspection, I saw that it was coming from my rotors and calipers. So that told me that my brakes were sticking, causing me to feel like I was losing power. So what I did is, after I pulled off to the side of the highway, I jacked up the one side that was really smoking, and you could feel it trying to turn the wheel. It had some resistance. You could tell the brakes were grabbing. And after a while of sitting there at the side of the road, they did seem to free up. And good news is, at this point, we were about maybe half a kilometer to finding our way to the dirt road to get to camp. So yeah, I pushed on. I limped it to camp until shortly after that side caliper decided to completely let go. Like, it blew the brake fluid all over the place, right out of the caliper itself. Meaning, the brakes can't be locked if there's no brake pressure to be had to begin with. So yeah, I flipped it to camp with 0 brakes, which wasn't too bad. Just put it in low range, use the engine brakes, and take your sweet time. And now it's time to figure out what the heck went on. Why did I lose brakes in the first place, and why was it locking up? Funny enough, there is still evidence of the fire in this caliper. You can see fire extinguisher dust everywhere. Nice. Now, speaking of the fire, let's talk about that. After the fire, it essentially melted everything that was attached to either side of the firewall. So, I got a brand new booster for it, and a brand new brake master cylinder, and brand new brake lines going down and out. And from what I could see online, generally when the front brakes are trying to lock up, even with no brakes applied, it's a sign of a bad master cylinder. And that could very easily be it. But yeah, for now, the plan is I'm replacing both calipers on both sides, even though only one side blew out. I don't trust the other one anymore because it was clearly smoking. And I'm also going to replace my master cylinder. It is brakes! Anyways, guys, that is about all we got time for in this week's episode of Dirt Garage, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. If you like the stuff, please remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. I upload weekly Toyota building, wheeling, off-roading content, and hey, I'll see you next week.
I'ma
Peace.
make a couple stacks, do exactly what I want to. Mix a couple tracks, get a lady that I'm drawn to. Turn up to the max, get me faded till I'm gone, dude. I do what I want, couldn't stop me if you wanted to. I just work hard, yeah, harder than the rest. Some people say I'm lucky, others say I'm